Hello friends, in this video we are going to see about corporate social responsibility of business. India is the first country in the world to make corporate social responsibility CSR mandatory following an amendment to the Companies Act 2013. In April 2014, business can invest their profit in areas such as education, poverty, gender equality and hunger as part of any CSR compliances. The COVID-19 coronavirus outbreak, the Ministry of Corporate Affairs has notified that companies' expenditure to fight the pandemic will be considered valid under CSR activities. Funds may be spent on various activities related to COVID-19, such as promotion of the healthcare, including prevention, healthcare, and sanitization and disaster management. The amendment notified in the Company Act 2013 requires company with a net worth of 5 billion more or an annual turnover of 10 billionaires more or a net profit of the 50 millionaires or more to spend 2% of their average net profit of 3 years on CSR. Prior to that, the CSR casual was voluntary for companies. Though it was mandatory to discover their CSR spending to shareholders. CSR includes but is not limited to the following: project related to the activities specified in Companies Act or project related to the activities taken by the companies board as recommended by the CSR committee, provided those activities cover item listed in the Companies Act. Business must note that the expenses towards CSR are not eligible for deduction in the computation of taxable income. The government, however, is considering a re-evaluation of this provision as well as other CSR provision recently introduced under the Companies Amendment Act 2019. CSR amendment under the Companies Amendment Act 2019. Until now, if a company was unable to spend its CSR fund in a given year, it could carry the amount forwarded and spend it in the next fiscal, in addition to the money allotted for that year. The CSR amendment introduced under the Act now require company to deposit the unspent CSR fund into a fund prescribed under Schedule 7 of the Act within the end of the fiscal year. This amount must be utilized within 3 years from the date of transfer, failing which the fund must be deposited into one of the specified funds. The new law prescribes for a mandatory penalty as well as imprisonment in case of non-compliances. The penalty range from 50,000 to 2.5 million, whereas a defaulting officer of the company may be liable to imprisonment for up to 3 years or a fine up to 5 lakh or both. The government, however, is reviewing these rules after the industry objected to the strict provision, especially with the respect to the jail term for CSR violation, and is yet to operationalize the methodology of CSR. CSR is the procedure for assessing an organization impact on society and evaluation their responsibility. It begins with an assessment of the following aspect of each business: customer, supplier, environment, communities, and employees. The most effective CSR plan ensures that while organizing a company with a legislation, their investment also respect the growth and development of the marginalized communities and the environment. CSR should also be sustainable, involving activities that an organization can uphold without negatively affecting their business goal. Organizations in India have been quite sensible in taking up CSR initiatives and integrated them into their business process. It has become progressively projected in the India Indian corporate setting, because organizations have recognized that beside growing their business, it is also important to shape responsible and supportable relationship with the community at large. Companies now have specified department and a team that develop specific policies, strategic and goals for their CSR programs and set separate budget to support them. Most of the time, these programs are based on well-defined social beliefs. Most of the time, these programs are based on well-defined social beliefs, are carefully aligned with the company's business domain. CSR trends in India. Since the applicable of mandatory CSR provision in 2014, CSR spending by corporate India has increased significantly. In 2018, companies spent 47% higher as compared to the amount in 2014-15. Contribution $1 billion to CSR initiative according to the survey. Listed companies in India spend 100 billion in various programs ranging from educational programs, skill development, social welfare, healthcare and environmental conservation, while the Prime Minister Relief Fund say an increase of 139% in CSR contribution over last 1 year. The education sector received the maximum funding, 38% of the total, followed by hunger, poverty and healthcare. 25% program and such as technology, incubation, sports, arranged armed force, reducing inequalities, shows negligible spends. Taking it to account the recent amendment to CSR provision, industry research estimates CSR compliance to improve and range between 97 to 98% by financial year 2019 and 20. Let's see some examples of CSRs in India. Tata Groups. Tata Groups conglomerate in India carries out various CSR projects, most of which are community improvement and poverty alleviation programs. Through self-help group, it has engaged in women empowerment activities, income generation, rural communication development, and other social welfare programs. In the field of education, the Tata Groups provide scholarships and endorsement for numeric institutions. The group also engage in healthcare projects such as the facilities of the child education, immunization and creation of awareness of acts. Other areas include economic empowerment through agriculture program, environmental protection, providing sports scholarship and infrastructure development such as hospital, research center, education institution, sports academy and cultural centers. Now let's see Mahindra and Mahindra company. Indian automobile manufacturer Mahindra and Mahindra established the KC Mahindra Education Trust in 1954, followed by Mahindra Foundation in 1969. With the purpose of promoting education, the company primarily focus on education program is to assist economically and socially disadvantaged communities. Its CSR program invests in scholarship and grants, livelihood training, healthcare for remote areas, water conservation, and disaster relief program. Mahindra and Mahindra runs programs such as Nani Kali focusing on education for girls, Mahindra Pride School for industrial training, and Lifeline Express for healthcare service in remote areas. Alone have created a sustainable livelihood for over 40,000 rural women. Thank you.